My name is Sierra Bragonier, and I interviewed my sister-in-law about her culture. She is Hispanic and Latin American, and I asked her if she could share an example of how her cultural background has influenced how she works with diverse teams. She said, "I am bilingual, so it opens many doors for me having that skill, and it can be used to communicate with others that do not speak English." What are your cultural beliefs, values, norms, or social practices? She said, "My cultural beliefs are Christianity, which differs a lot from other Hispanics that are Catholic. My personal values can be linked to compassion and integrity." I then asked her, "How do you incorporate these factors into your daily life?" She said, "This ties into my daily life, specifically in my line of work managing my representatives, or even on occasion when I do work with customers, as well as at home, always doing what's best for everyone." What traditions have been established in your culture? She said, "Personal traditions is my family, as I have a huge family and they are the most important thing to me. A tradition we do every year is we cut a cake called Rosca de Reyes. This has little plastic babies in it. If you get a baby, you have to help pay for making tamales during Christmas time." I asked her, "How have these traditions impacted your relationships?" She said, "Overall, I feel this strengthens our family bond and helps educate my boyfriend," which is my brother, "on my culture and bring us all closer together." What cultural patterns are present throughout your culture? She said, "Cleanliness and having respect for elders is a big pattern for my family, as well as being hardworking." I then asked her, "Can you share an example of a time when a cultural pattern from your background helped you overcome a challenge?" She said, "Coming from a hardworking family has helped motivate me and push myself to work just as hard, which helps me overcome many challenges in a day-to-day life, especially at work." How has your cultural identity been shaped because of your culture? She said, "I feel my cultural identity has shaped me to become a well-rounded individual and helped me understand that nothing in life comes free and anything is possible with hard work." I asked her, "How do you think this aspect of identity influences the way you approach life?" She said, "This helps me approach life one day at a time and to always remember what is really important to me." Some cultural biases that separate this culture from others is that people may assume that all Spanish speakers have the same accent or that Spanish is the only language they speak, so that can be seen as stereotyping. Also, as she mentioned in her interview, people assume that all Hispanics are Catholic, though her and her family are Christian. Lastly, people sometimes assume that all Hispanics eat are things like tacos or enchiladas and their diet may be unhealthy. Though after talking to my sister-in-law about this, she says that that isn't true and she actually keeps up with a healthy diet. She says that traditional Hispanic foods are not the only thing that they eat on a daily basis. And that is my cultural interview.